Hello crafty friends, welcome to the channel. Gloria Parra here. Today I'm super excited to have this collection sitting on my desk. It is the Take Note collection by Simple Stories, and I think this is a very popular collection right now in the crafty community. Of course we get why. Look at those colors, friends. I love how saturated and bold they are, so just a fabulous collection. So every beginning of the year, Simple Stories does kind of like an office themed collection, very oriented to scrapbooking yourself, like your dreams, maybe your word of the year. So I really love, look at those colors, friends. I love the mix of the bold black, magentas. I love the yellows and the blues. You know, it has those deep teals and blues, just a very, very beautiful one. Of course, we love butterflies, cameras, pencils, everything a scrapbooker and crafty girl would love, right? So, like I was telling you, very office oriented with pens, pencils, you know, desk clips, very, very fun and easy to use for many different themes or stories. So you get currently, I love that because it invites us to document of what we're loving currently or what our loved ones are loving in this moment. We get fun words like life captured, today is the day, just very generic and super, super fun. The florals is a must-have. I usually get 2 of the florals because I love using them. So the journaling bits, this is another must-have. And let me show you. There's a big one that I really loved. Yeah, it's this one. I love that this is the office ephemera. And you know, the typewriter is a very important size. You know, it's perfect to decorate your pages. So I think I'm gonna focus my layout using these pieces that are big and bold. The chipboard pieces, you know, the hello is just awesome, like in a rainbow color. And we have the foam stickers, super fun as well. Just an awesome collection, friends. You can use it all year long. You can create like a year in review and not get bored with it. So the 6x8 has some fun papers to create like a snap album, a 6x8, share your story. So an awesome collection, friends. I invite you to check it out. I will have some affiliate links down below that won't cost you anything extra and it will help me a tiny bit for this channel. So let's start a layout. We're gonna create a very fun layout together. All right, friends, so I'm gonna start my layout with these 3 papers here. And for my background, I'm gonna use this beautiful, colorful flower paper with that bold black on the background. I am gonna bring in my favorite cardstock, which is the Color Vibe textured cardstock in Flamingo. I love that you get the polka dot side and you get a solid side on the back. Of course, I'm gonna use a polka dot. And for the top layer, I'm gonna use this beautiful like grid yellow paper. And I'm gonna build my layer on top of these 3 patterns. So this layout is gonna be all about me. I love doing this kind of pages every new year just to focus on my dreams, what I want to focus what I want the focus of my year to be. So I also am super, super excited for my new scrap space and for that sign that's making me so happy. It says Gloria Scraps, one memory at a time. So, you know, I had a little photo shoot, just some selfies that I took in my happy place. So I want to talk how I want this year to be a calmer one, you know, less pressure, less stress, lots of creating, because that's what keeps me centered and helps me with anxiety and just all the mom stress that comes with motherhood. So yeah, you know, I just want to talk how that signs reminds me of my dreams, of how far I've come, and just what I want this year to be like. So I printed 4 2x2s. I was planning on doing a little like photo strip on the side, but friends, I actually found one in the ephemera packs. So I resized those to, this is 3 1/4 tall by 1 1/4 wide. So I need to adhere them, but look how fun that's gonna look when they are adhered. So let's start adhering and cutting the base of this layout to start with all the fun embellishing. All right, friends, I've gone ahead and cut my papers, and let me give you the exact measurements. The pink cardstock is 11 by 11, and the yellow one is 10.5 by 10.5. Okay, so I'm creating this layers where you can just see a little bit of the paper, and of course I had to gut this paper, cut the middle of it so I can just save this beautiful piece that's completely usable for another project. So I also added some machine stitching to the borders of this yellow paper just to add more texture and that homemade feel. So the idea, friends, for this layout, of course I ran from out of adhesive. The idea for this layout is to bring in lots of pattern in a very fun way. So it's kind of like a patchwork style, that's what I'm going for. So let me adhere this and show you what the idea that I have in mind for this. So just leave equal margins all around. I don't measure anything, friends. I just eyeball everything, but you can totally use your T-square ruler, measure things around so you get it as precise as possible. And let me bring in, where's my photo? Okay, so I have a 4x6 photo that I want to use. I have my little like photo strip here ready with all my photos. I love how that looks. And I'm gonna bring in just a piece of cardstock, any, you know, like scrap that you have in your stash. This is a 6x8 piece. And my idea here, friends, is to create kind of like a patchwork frame, bold frame for this photo, and just, you know, create a very fun piece to hold my photo and all my embellishments. So just trust the process. We will get to a fun result here. You're gonna need for that, if you have the 6x8, that would be wonderful, because you know we get that smaller scales in the papers and the patterns. So that would be great. If you don't have, you can use the regular 12x12 patterns. You know what really sparked this is this paper here. You know, I love how it looks kind of like patchwork, pieces of fabric. I don't know, it just reminded me of that. So I'm gonna cut pieces of 1/2 inch wide, and I'm gonna fill this frame with this paper here with those strips. So you can perfectly use, you know, this pieces that you get from the branding strip, you see there. So we can cut some longer ones from the 6x8. We can use the shorter ones here. You just need it to be 1/2 inch wide. So I've gone ahead and chosen some of the 6x8 papers that I thought would work great with the colors that I have going on here. So I want to bring more florals and of course those pinks and dark teals. So let's bring in the trimmer and let's start cutting 1/2 inch of the papers that we want to use here. So here you can see this piece brings lots of color and you know that patchwork style that I'm looking to get. So I'm gonna cut this little extra piece here so I don't get it on the next piece. So just choose the papers that you want, friends, and start cutting strips of 1/2 inch, and then we will start moving things around. All right, friends, I have all my 1/2 inch strips cut, and right now it's looking chaotic, but I really like how it's looking. You know, it gives that like patchwork feel. So I think I'm gonna change maybe that one so they match on both ends, or maybe this one. I need to cut them and play with the placing a little because I just want it to be like a, you know, like you would see a patchwork that nothing goes straight. Ones are a little, you know, up, the others are, you know, they don't follow a straight line. So yeah, I think I like that, and I need to adhere that and then place my title. So yeah, let's work with that. So let me start adhering this on the ends that they will stay exactly this long. All right, friends, my border is done, and look how fun this looks with all the different patterns all around. I loved using the patchwork style on both of the lateral borders, and yeah, super fun. I think I'm gonna add some black machine stitching, maybe zigzag, straight lines, I'm not sure, but I just want to add stitching to it and that bold pop of color. So these are the strips that I cut. The verticals are 6.5 and 7.5 long. Everything is 1/2 inch wide, and the horizontals are 4.5 and 5.5. So yeah, you can put this together really fast with any paper strips or those. I know we tend to save the, you know, the branding strips, so you can perfectly use those to create a fun border for your frames. So I'm gonna adhere my photo, but before, friends, I'm gonna take this to my sewing machine and add some stitching. And I'm back from my sewing machine, and look how cool this looks, friends. So I'm regretting not doing my stitching on the yellow paper with some black thread. I think that would have looked much better. So if you are recreating this, maybe you can go really bold and add a black stitch around. I think that would have looked really cool, but I love how this is looking. So I am going to bring in the embellishments that I already have on hand and that I want to use, and I love this currently like die cut here. I really like it for my title. There are lots of options here in this collection because I really love the hello as well. This is a chipboard piece and it would look really cute as well. So if you like that option, that would look awesome as well. And I really like the other foam stickers that are intended like for a title, like love this, good times, or enjoy today. I think all of them would look really awesome, but I really like the, you know, like the typography, that cursive handwriting. So I'm gonna pop it up here, and my idea is to bring in this today journaling title and have it placed behind my photo strip, my title, just creating those little layers. And I want to bring in lots of hearts because I'm loving my current space. I'm loving, you know, where my creativity is going this year, something more calmer and just, you know, enjoying time with family, enjoying my creativity without so much pressure. So I think I don't have a word yet. I haven't had the time, friends, to think on a word for this year, but something like being more present. I don't know, like taking my creativity from just another point of view this year. So let me bring in what I want to use as my embellishments, and we will start adhering and finishing this page. So to put here all my fun embellishments, of course, I'm gonna use my foam adhesives, and I vary the heights. So I use the 1, 2, and 3 millimeters to do that. And I'm gonna start by popping up my title here. And since I'm gonna tuck some things behind the title, I'm not gonna stretch the adhesive all the way to the end. I'm gonna have it till I have everything adhered just in the middle. So let's pop this title, and we're gonna start adhering hearts and all the fun little pieces. So we don't want to cover this today here, so I'm gonna have my title a little more at the left, and I'm gonna have a heart tucked behind it. I love this beautiful big hearts. So let me just get this centered and aligned as best as possible. So there we go. And for my subtitle, I want this choose to shine. So currently I'm choosing to shine. I'm choosing, that lighter feeling for myself. And that's what I want to document. So I'm gonna have this heart here, and I want to bring in a floral piece that I love to give a little life to. And I'm gonna tuck that one behind my heart. So I'm gonna add some foam on the back of my heart just to pop it up and have it on the same height as my title. That way it won't bend, and this one will be tucked just flat behind it. So I love playing with my layers and just having all those different heights and just curling things up a little. Okay. So now let's move up to this little cluster up here, and I am using this flower piece from the Bits and Pieces, I believe. And I like how this black brings, all the black down here. It brings it up. So I think this is the correct side of the flower. But, I like what this does, so I'm gonna keep it like that. It's, you can't even notice because we have this little tag here, and it's, it's not going to be seen. So I'm gonna have that up there. I also wanted to bring this, I believe it's called bulldog clip, and I want to have it here, like if this was a little clipboard with my photo. I really like that. So I'm gonna bring in my 2 millimeter foam and just pop that one up a tiny bit, and yeah, I think I'm gonna have to cut that a little, and it will hold in a fun way my picture. So let me know, friends, in the comments, are you excited for this collection? Have you seen it? Do you own it? Are you thinking about it? I'm gonna leave some affiliate links down below, and remember, they won't cost you anything extra. It's not like you're gonna pay more if you use them. You only help me a tiny bit And you know, it helps me out to purchase some more products to inspire you, or actually to bring, I'm trying to bring in a new camera to get better videos. So yeah, I think it's gonna go towards that in the future. So I hope you, if you're thinking of purchasing something, that you use that affiliate link, friends. So I have this tiny floral piece here, and I just want to have those 3 florals on all my clusters. And I wanted to bring this Hey There black bold piece here. I like, you know, that little like shelf that it creates, and the floral on the back. So let's do that and pop this little guy up. So since I used a 2mm here, I'm gonna bring a 3mm foam. That way it's gonna be a little taller, you know? You don't have to do that. It's barely perceptible, and you really don't need to do it, but I love creating all those different layers. There we go, friends. Oh, another thing that I would love you to tell me about is, what is your word of the year, or what is the intention that you have for this year with your creative life, with your scrapbooking? Do you have something that you want, you know, to change up a bit this year? I would love to know that. Like I told you, I just want to create from a more relaxed place, to enjoy things more and not complicate myself, because life is already so hard sometimes. And yeah, with small kids, with lots of sports and just taking them everywhere, things can get really, you know, like intense on my everyday. And add to that, you know, the unexpected, the sick parents, the, you know, all the things that can go wrong in everyone's life. So yeah, I think this is gonna be a good year, a more relaxed one. So I now, friends, love how this little cluster, this visual triangle is working, and I just want to bring in some more hearts and spread them out like confetti. So I am looking on bringing in some color that I'm missing. So maybe here, yeah, this one will work fine. We don't have so much green here, so this one could work really good here. So I love layering the hearts. I don't know why I really enjoy that. So I want one more heart here and a smaller one up there. We get a couple of them in the foam stickers, and you also get them on the sticker sheet and on the chipboard. So friends, just look around, see what works on your layout, and fill it with little hearts and lots of love. So I think there it is, friends. I think I love how that turned out, and I'm gonna add my journaling here and maybe a tiny couple of finishing touches. And I hope you've enjoyed this layout. I hope you feel inspired and that you check this collection out. It is a great one, a very versatile one to have all year round. Thank you so much, friends. Love you all, and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.